quite a lot of times in the games, but I just want to say that it's actually very international friendly. A lot of people are a lot of international audience are actually watching the game, so they can have a better understandings, like get familiar with the games, and later on we can definitely introduce a lot more HOK heroes to the international audience.
Yeah, always love to introduce you guys about more heroes. Very interesting how you actually can play them and how they can do their roles better inside the game. So here we go. We're gonna see the first game between Foshan DRG and Suzhou KSG. This BO7 is gonna be deciding who got the very last spot to the group stage, and let's take a look.
Yep, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gorge.
Wow, super cool map.
Yep. And we actually had done a lot of optimizations in the map. Yep. So it is very ordinary. We can see the roundings moving to the mid lanes to help out.
There's a very careful design for this. Like they actually let Slims, the marksman, to go together, trying to accelerate the pace of cleaning the first wave on the mid. While this skirmish is happening quite soon, they still want to chase up for Xiao A, manage to force out a flicker and the flash out of Xiao A.
Yep, and also we can see if you use Yixing, it's really good to have the second level to get the abilities, so you can cause a lot of damage in the very early stage of the game.
Yeah, actually, even though there's no kills, no first blood happening, but DRG is getting those minor advantages, right? Because they have been forcing out KSG, Ichi and Xiao A, this Annette and Liliana together. The flash is not there. They have to wait for a long time.
Yep. And we can see that both teams are actually having a peaceful farming process, so hopefully we can see some good interactions between the both teams during the 4 minutes mark.
But with the laning, I would say Kathleen definitely holds a better chances, having a winning lane than Slims. So Slimstar is trying to, hiding behind the turrets, trying to protect themselves, because if you're comparing the speed of cleaning the waves, definitely Kathleen is gonna be winning. And actually we can see Aoi goes in up to say, even though he brings Shin's really low, but Shin has the Destiny and save her life for a while.
Yep, and also for Yixing, oh, that was a really good ambush, but however Yixing got the passive, at the end save his life.
But managed to force out a flash as well. Another good news. Ada have to go back, forcing out, still using the enhanced basic attacks, trying to slow down pace of Baishou.
But to be honest, for Mai to get in touch with Varus, I don't think Mai's got that much advantages compared with the AOV heroes here.
Yeah, I think he should be waiting for a while, waiting for the assistance, the reinforcement by Pong Pong, by the Sliampo. He needs help. Definitely he needs help.
Yep, and a lot of pressure has been putting down to the farm lanes. But however, they do need to look at how they can ambush the farm lanes a little bit more.
Yeah, actually it seems to me that both teams are trying, trying to initiate, trying to curse some skirmishes happening. But unfortunately the first blood has not been spawned yet, because they're trying very hard, trying to find some opportunities, but it's just not there yet. Maybe this will be it. Ada is going very deeply, trying to make Baishou go away, retreat back to the base.
Yeah, we can see Baishou has a really good sense. He can smell there's something wrong there.
Those sensation of fear, of danger. And let's see the bottom lane here, 3 actually versus 2. DRG is definitely gonna be getting a winning lane on the bottom side of the map.
And once again, ambush, and probably that can be all. I was thinking that will be the first blood of today.
It's like a mirror things, because DRG is completely winning on the bottom lane. They have already taken down the tier 1 turret on the bottom lane, so that you can see KSG is thriving into jungles in the DRG.
But after yesterday's game, probably the both team also learned a lot of lessons. And that's why they are playing really carefully. In tonight's game, it's already 4 minutes and the both teams are still really careful with each other.
Indeed, they are playing really cautiously, being careful with every single brush they may found each other. And it will be DRG's turn trying to get their hands on the very first tyrant of this battle, and let's see, with a smite, like Pom Pom very safely secure down the first Tyrant to their side.
And also that is really good choice for the DRGs because they got Lianpo. And then for Lianpo to get in the Dragon Pits to get the Tyrants is a lot safer than the ordinary jungling heroes.
Sure. Alright, they safely guard their own red, but then let's see where like KSG is trying to go. Virus is very deep into the jungles, getting the vision from DRG's red buffs, and the rest of the teams are not deciding here, and they're not rushing into here, so maybe it's just a vision grabs. Nothing will happen.
Yep. But the thing is for KSG, if they continue try to ambush DRG, they will actually lose a lot of chances to farm.
Yes.
And then the goal lead might not as positive for them. So, yep.
I mean, it will be the time where the leading teams should start snowballing, right? Keep up with your farm and trying to control those neutral objectives. For example, the Tyrant and the Overlord. Another change of the Tier 1 turrets. DRG gathering together with Baisho solely showing the appearance on the top lane. The other four are just surrounding around the midway, around the river. KSG is coming in. Let's see. Jinyu dabbing really hard, and the damage is very hard to escape. Shin managed to goes back, but it can still safely save his life. And it used the ultimate, trying to avoid being touched by DRG. Oh, very close one, but still, first blood, not yet.
Not yet. Yep, and that's the thing, you know, that there are a lot of immune skills, like passive skills from DRG, so it's very difficult for KSGs to control, to have the CC chains there.
Of course, DRG going into the red, but Ichi is here, but solely, and I think Liliana, what he can do now is very limited.
Yeah. And the problem, I think, for DRG now is that, yes, indeed, in the very beginning they had a really good advantages on the lanes, but now they are somehow being followed by the KSGs.
Yes.
So they need to find back their pace and their rhythms in the game.
Yeah, you can see there's literally no goal differences, right?
Yeah.
The pace are equal, the goal differences are equal. I think DRG is trying to initiate all the time. They're sending Pom Pom up front, trying to initiate at any second. They're all prepared. They're just waiting for the right opportunity and the correct angle. Let's see if they grasp one, and the first blood goes to Caphany. Good information for DRG. Finally, around minute 6, well, 7 minutes.
Yep, 7 minutes. Yep.
Almost.
Yep, and also you can see if, like, Caphany actually got a really good goal lead here, and then a lot of damage.
Look at Aoi. Very good performance from Jinyu, just securing down Molan. I think Molan is going, you know, way further. He's just standing up front as the top, as the shield for the entire DRG team.
And when I look at Aoi's skill sets, I felt like, you know, she's very similar to Bailey Shense, and also like a combination with other heroes as well. It can actually move around the gorge a lot faster compared with other heroes.
I think the basic knowledge of Aoi is that the second one, you know, he had the dragon claw, so can use the claws, you know, to get in touch with any walls you can find in the gorge, and you can just swing yourself back and forth and trying to get closer to the backline. For example, the mages or the marksman, it will be a very easy task for you to deal those damage onto the backlines.
And at the moment, DRG, they really need to be careful now, because after the mid stage of the game, you know, the opposite side, like from KSG, they will have a lot more damage.
Of course.
Can be done, especially for Liliana and also for Slimes.
Yeah, because like adding together Aoi, Virus, and Liliana, these three can together just pose a very detrimental damage to Mulan, to Caphany. So Caphany have to be extra cautious, you know, you have to go inside the brush with the Pom Pom's vision. You cannot just dare, you know, go in with yourself.
Exactly.
You need those protections by your teammates. And that will how the team works. Mulan being stunned again, very low in HP, but managed to take down Liliana in retreat. Let's see, another Nai is gonna be knocked up, and Vera's trying to hide, trying to steal as using the flashback closer, pull back again, getting the kill for KSG. So it will be like 2 versus 2.
Yep. So, but at the end we can see the tyrants might be in the hands of DRG, because they still have the marksmen there. Yeah,
their damage is gonna be like better status than KSG. And it is Caphany's Tyrant. Azi trying to get close, but with Yixin's ultimate, he successfully just locked down Azi, and let's see the rest of the damage. I think Caphony is so good, too healthy, so KSG should, make other decisions. Aoi dipping in with the follow-in with Liliana. Those damage is just explosive, but Caphony just went away as well. Let's see Mai trying to dive in and find another knocked back Xiaozhou. Xiaozhou is very low in the HP and managed to give another kill to DRG. A completely winning situation going on here.
Yep, that is a really crucial stage for KSG now, because we do see a really good damage can be done from Caphony at the moment, and also with Lianpo in the front, starting the group, engaging into the gangs. So, it's troubling for KSG now.
I think the decision for Jinyu is good because he saw the opportunity, right? It will be Menglan and Guy together, only the two of them.
Yep.
He saw the chance and he wants to seize up, but the only fortunate thing is the one he can follow will be Ichi. The only Liliana and Aoi's damage might be not enough to kill Menglan with the help, with the protection by Agai's Aya.
Yep.
But I still want to give credits to Menglan. This Caphony, this positioning. You know, every single time he saw this Caphony really, really dangerous, but he just kept himself alive.
And we can see, how Azure and also how Xiaozhou is going in there and try to, pose more damage to Caphony.
Yes.
However, with all the protections from the teammates, you can definitely see Caphony is really easy to die. Really hard, difficult to die.
You can get 4 versus 3, right? Mai is not there initially. He just reinforced, came to here by the time 2 seconds. Before and after KSG trying to initiate. And yeah, I think it's not because of a bad decisioning. So why KSG is being failed in this matchup into team fights. Just Menglan gets a better chances, find a more perfect positioning.
And now after all these fights, they have to look after their lanes now, because the minions are not as healthy, on the DRG side, so they can actually make more stories, post more threats on different lanes.
It will be quite a difficult time for KSG because after getting those good skirmish to their side, DRG managed to get this Dark Tyrant to their side. So I think their next target is going to be trying to invade into the jungles, trying to control KSG's red buffs. That will be their main focus, trying to get more things from their enemies.
Yep, that was a good guess, because Lianpo is right there, posing a threat, and then Yixin got the ultimate as such a good cage, and probably that's why you like Yixin that much.
Yes, Aoi get in, but unfortunately he's getting very, very low in the HP. Have to go back to DRG, managed to take this blue away from KSG and retrieve back safely.
And you see, it's really difficult to to have a CC on Lianpo.
Yes.
Yeah, got
those immunity, right?
Yep, those immunities.
And Lianpo is very interesting. His passive Warrior Soul is going to be, always trying to generate those passive and those battle spirit. So with the higher battle spirit he got higher tankiness, and that's the basic logic why Lianpo is that tanky all the time, especially when they're leading the game.
And that is a really good counter pick from Foshan DRG, because they know how much damage can be posed from KSG.
Yes, that Severus is very dangerous. Killing spree again. Back to Menglan. This Caphony is just on fire without a red buff. Even he did this miraculously happening on the stage with the cannon, with the ballista. I think that DRG can still take down the second turrets in the mid lane.
Yep, so this is a really high advantages from Foshan DRG now, and you see how much damage Caphony can pose to it.
You definitely don't want to give these kind of gold lead to Caphony. It's gonna be just standing up in your face, doing those damages to you, which you cannot simply just possibly bear. Alright, Aoi is trying to initiate, but I think the damage is not enough. Liliana went down again. Baizhou is just feeling himself heated up that way. Chainflame trying to clean away for DRG, but look at Menglan, where Menglan is still safely and sound protected by Aya, and they're still trying to find the side of the minions. I think that will be the time for DRG to take down the crystal, and this will be game 1.
Right, and a congratulations to Foshan DRG, and once again we would like to see the choice of Lianpo is just brilliant.
Yes, initiating all the time, and just take a deeper look at the composition. You just know that if you give Foshan DRG this much of the leading there's definitely no way for KSG trying to fight back.
Yep. Although we did mention that KSG in the very beginning, they are like more like a dark horse, especially in the summer seasons. However, they need to be very careful with Foshan DRG.
Yes.
They are such a good player in all the championships, just like in 2021 and 2022, they all ranked second place
Of course.
in KICs.
They managed to go to the final stages all the time, like 2 champs in one row. I think it will be some showing, some highlights, some showcase of what are the things they can do. And I think initially in the early game and the mid game, I think KSG is doing quite a great job. You know, they're showing those aggressions very heavily. You know, those AOE and those Virus. But by the very second, around 10 minutes, I think they're being too rushy.
They've been too rushy, and also they lost their chances with the Tyrants.
Of course.
And also, like just as you mentioned, like in the very beginning, we felt like KSG is playing more like a DRG style.
Yes.
But at the end, probably they need to be very careful with the neutral creatures, and then have a better control on the Overlord and the Tyrant stand. That will be better to encounter Foshan DRG.
I mean, from the very last team fights, you can just get idea why like KSG lost in this particular game. I think they're too rushy, and sometimes if they want to really trying to give those focus and give those pressure to the backlines, they tend to neglect the fact that they're not surrounded together. I think if you want to engage a 5 versus 5, the most important thing to do is that you'd have to focus, can your damage be followed up by your teammates, right? If you're just going deeply into 1 versus 5, there's definitely not return. There's no returning for you.
And also, I think for the next game, KSG need to be really careful with Foshan DRG, because as we mentioned, they have been ranked second place for 2 times. So they are having this revenging spirit to come back to the KIC this year.
Oh yeah, bringing a very interesting fact, a very interesting information for the audiences who are watching our stream. You may be very familiar with KIC, but some of you may not be that familiar with KPL. So the most recent games, these two having competing with one another, can be dated back into this year, this summer. And they actually got it into the KPL playoffs in the summer season, and it will be these 2 teams competing to the very ultimate battle, like 4-3. But guess who's the winner? KSG.
Yep. That at that time it was KSG smile to the last. So once again, they have to be very careful with how Foshan DRGs might look at them, and then how much preparation they have been done to try to win the games
of course
against them.
I think DRG is waiting for this as a time to revenge, revenge is a better word. I'm trying to describe this, what is actually going on to the stage. They're waiting for this moment for a long time, because the last time they lose, especially during the ultimate battle, it will be a very good regret. Because I have a lot of communications with those players, you have mixed feelings every time you lost a fight, but you have the most regrets when you lose in the ultimate battle.
Yeah, exactly. Because for every ultimate battles, everyone has been playing so hard, and all this effort putting into it, just like last night, how we witnessed the game. And that's why for tonight's game, such an important occasion for the both teams. They have the final positions to entering the next round. So I think although KSG lost the game, lost the very first game, but they do have the synergies to fight back.
Of course. I mean, game 1, just consider it as a warm-up for yourself. You have been distance away from the stage for a while. It's very easy to understand you might need some time to adjust yourself into a better form, so that you can adjust into this new